Hey everybody, it's good to be back in Connecticut, tiptoeing through the tiger lilies once again, and it is time for our Hebrew word of the day. Today's word is Isha, Isha, which means woman or, in many cases, means wife. Isha is a feminine singular absolute noun, which we encounter in a modified form in Ruth chapter 1 and verse 1, where it appears as V'ishto. And as you'll see on the screen, V'ishto consists of the conjunction vav, meaning and, the modified stem, meaning wife of, and then the third masculine singular pronominal suffix, meaning his. So V'ishto means and his wife, and his wife. Now, in some of my advanced videos on the Patreon channel, I get into the morphology, or an explanation, you might say, of how Isha turns into V'ishto. Where does that tav come from? Well, we'll explain that some other time. But for now, just know that V'ishto means and his wife, and it comes from the noun Isha, woman or wife. And so it appears in the phrase, Hu V'ishto u'shnei vanav. Hu V'ishto u'shnei vanav, which means he, referring to Elimelech, Ishto, so he and his wife, who we'll find out is Naomi, u'shnei vanav, literally, and the two of his sons, or we would say, and his two sons. All right, now this brings us to the end of Ruth chapter 1 and verse 1, so our next Hebrew word of the day will come from, you guessed it, Ruth chapter 1 and verse 2. So let's just take a minute to review all that we've learned in Ruth chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, Vayhi bimei shvot hashoftim, Vayhi bimei shvot hashoftim. Now it happened in the days of the judging of the judges, or it happened in the days when the judges judged. Vayhi ra'av ba'aretz. Now there was a famine in the land. Vayhi ra'av ba'aretz. Vayelech ish. Now a man went. Vayelech ish mebeit lechem Yehuda, from Bethlehem of Judah, lagur bisdei Moav, to dwell in the field or the countryside of Moab. Hu v'ishto u'shnei vanav. He and his wife and his two sons. All right, that does it for today. Hope to see you for the next Hebrew Word of the Day video. And until then, remember that when you're studying the Bible, context is king. See you next time, everybody.